We'll just start it now. Okay, so here we go. The thing that I have been warned about. Let's all learn about ProJared and his adventures in FFR with an emphasis on whatever he does that I've heard is bad, don't do it. I feel like that's all the introduction I need. Let's get started.
Hey, it's me, ProJared, and this is the Final Fantasy Randomizer. I've had a lot of requests from people
It's because it's
to do
good.
this over the years, and I've always kind of been hesitant on it for the longest time.
It's because it's sometimes like this.
Now's the time. I kind of wanted to do an OG Final Fantasy 1 randomizer. A couple things. I have.
Let's start out of the gate. So he's setting response rate to 3. And ordinarily, like the default we coded into the randomizer is response rate 8. That controls how fast the text is on the screen to read. And for any racing scenario, obviously you want response rate 8. But he's doing a YouTube show. Game volume up a little, okay. But he's doing a YouTube show, so like the audience has got to read what's on the screen. So I'll give him a pass on this. Like whatever, it's showmanship. Sure, fine, cool.
This set to be more of a randomizer, not like the free enterprise open world kind of setting.
Shoutouts to Free Enterprise.
It's still going to be random enough. It's going to be difficult for me to find all the items, and there's going to be a lot of extra wonkiness in there that we'll see as we go on. And this version of the game does include a lot of fixes and conveniences, such as the game itself is generally just faster. It is... You can, like, dash, stuff like that. So, with all that in mind, we gotta bring back the crew, right? Remember, if you haven't seen it, be sure to check out my original NES cartridge playthrough of the original Final Fantasy, one of my favorite playthroughs ever did. And we're gonna bring back the same crew of dudes.
So we're starting with a fighter.
It's randomized. Well, we won't use the usual names like Peeb, Jerb, Jufinian. Instead, it'll be Poob.
So Poob's our clear favorite so far.
And myself will be
Thief. Really?
Jerd, I'll be Jar.
It's worth knowing I know absolutely squat about the flag set at this point. So already, like, part of the game is won and lost at character select, right? We took a fighter. Fighter's just good. Like, you slap gear and weapons and shit on it, and it just goes, and it's just good. Carry you through the game, fine. Thief. Thief is a contentious class. I strongly believe that the Thief is good at what it's good at, and it's real bad when it pretends to be a fighter. It'll be interesting to see where this goes.
Jard. Poob, Jard.
Today, the role of Dead will be played by Jard.
The White Mage. Just Ian. And the Black Mage. Not Joof, but Jeef. There you go. Poob, Jard, Ian, and Jeef. So, it's like the same characters I used before. Only now they'll be better.
Oh, whoops.
All right. Well, first off, you can see how much faster the transitions are. I can dash. Just opening up and going through the different menus is faster.
Let me just take a minute. So, with our party, we've got a fighter, we got a thief, we got a white mage, we got a black mage. Games are won and lost at party select. So already I'm seeing big problems. We've only got one black magic caster. We've only got one sweeper. That's a yikes. That means that if we have any kind of script shuffling going on, we're going to be super vulnerable to just getting AoE blasted by a pack of like 3 to 5 things. Even if that white mage was a red mage, I'd be a lot happier. If that thief was a red or a black mage, I'd be a lot happier. there's a reason why Fighter Rainbow is like the safest party around, and part of it is building on the fact that you have 2 early black magic casters to kind of just rip through anything early that might give you big problems.
Changed up the status screen, so now it actually shows their magic defense, overall damage, absorb, and all that.
The reason we show magic defense and not intelligence is because intelligence doesn't do shit.
And those are all supposed to be bugs that have been fixed. And we'll start off with Corneria. Look how super fast that is. This is Corneria, the Dream City.
It sure is.
And then after you talk to NPCs, if they don't have...
Hey, NPC guillotine.
They kind of vanish forever. I'm Arlen, the dancer.
We don't have fountain yet. What do we got? Okay, so let's divine this flag set real quick to see what we've got ourselves into. Blurst weapons, obviously on. Based on the numbers, I'm going to assume it's -5 to +5 because that's kind of the default. We've got Shop Shuffle, and we've got random weapons and gear because I spot Ice Sword and Flame Sword that shouldn't be in there. Already, that fighter is looking miles better than that thief. Because random weapons and armor, I feel like, very favors a fighter, because the list of weapons that thieves can equip is very short, and there's nothing on it you want. So I see ice +4, and I say that fighter's way off to the races. Meanwhile, the thief option out of here is a falchion +1? Question mark.
Yeah, okay. There you go. So, a couple things. All the shops are randomized with whatever stuff is actually in there. And more importantly, they also now have random stats to them. For example, this is a falchion +1, and this is a large knife -5. And this.
Let's go into some of the numbers real quick. When a weapon has a plus or a minus, that tells you some things about the weapon. Effectively, so power, these numbers have changed, so I might even have these wrong since the last time I knew them, but it's plus or minus 2 power. 2 power? I feel like it's, no, 1 or 2 power. So when you're at plus or minus 1 is not noticeable, but like when you're at plus or minus 5, that's a lot of power that weapon either does or no longer has. Hit rate changes effectively work out to be where the weapon breakpoints normally are, like where the weapon goes from being like 4 hit to 5 hit or 2 hit to 3 hit. If it's plus, subtract levels from that. Like, or if it's minus, add levels to that. Like a Maza -4, instead of the breakpoint being 24, now suddenly your breakpoint's 28. The only notable exception to that is apparently the Maza is already hit capped, so adding pluses to it does nothing. Let's see here.
It's a regular old short sword. What's better, falchion +1 or short sword?
Falchion +1, because the other thing that we have to talk about is crit rate. Pluses add 3% crit rate. 3%? 2%. Some percent of crit rate. Either way, like, the falchion by itself has more, or like equivalent base power. Like the rule that I always go by is like, if it's worse than like a silver sword, I don't care. In this case, we have an I don't care measured up against an I don't care +1. Take the I don't care +1.
And the prices are all over the place, of course. Maybe I should check the armor before that.
Once again, options for lots of people that are not a thief. Oh, but that Procade +5 though.
Okay. Opal Helm, Wood Helm +3, Opal Bracer -1, a Protection Ring -2, and a Protection Cape +5. Well, I think I can buy Pooh the Hat. And that's it. What about this? What about magic? What do we got in here for magic? Harm 2, adding lightning, Harm 4, and Fog 2. These are kind of cheap. Why would I get Harm 2 when Harm 4 is right there?
An excellent question. The answer is nah.
So that might be trouble. Jeef, can you learn anything? Ice, Stun, Ice 3, and Warp. Oh my god, Warp? That's awesome. Yeah, let's get a level 1 Ice 3. That sounds the most helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good pick.
Warp.
It's another good pick.
We'll start with that. I want to get at least one weapon. Dang.
Hold up. Now, I am someone who does not like white mages. This is known. And one of the reasons I don't like white mages is that they spend so much of the game standing around or hefting cast items or just clunking down combat. We have a rare opportunity to fix that right now by getting at a minimum that harm 4, if not that harm 2. Because I'm assuming that keep magic permissions is not on. But either way, like at a minimum harm 2 for that white mage, because we're probably going straight to Temple of Fiends, and that's got some non-zero amount of undead in it. And if any of it's unrunnable, we're going to really, really wish that we had that harm 2 or harm 4. Yes, Ice 3 will do the job for Topher Undead, but blah, blah, blah. Give the characters things to do.
Is money going to be the hardest part of this game?
Nah.
Yeah, let's get Poob that Falchion +1. I have 108 gold left over.
Sure.
I can't even get any armor. I can buy one hat.
It's a really good hat, though. It's basically a silver helmet.
One hat sounds good. Okay. Well.
Wait, where did that go? Did that go to the thief? Nah.
I can't wear it. I can't
Nah.
remember if I could or not.
Yeah.
Alright, so Poob's got a sword and a hat.
That is actually a good point. If, for whatever reason, you don't remember whether you can wear something, hit the button. If you get the you can't do it.
Hat absorbs 6, damage 27. That's pretty good. I have damage 2, 2, 1.
Mage melee.
Okay. Oh, what about the item shop? You have heal potions, pure potions, softs. Ooh, 12 GP 10s? I'll take 2 of those, please. That's another thing they added in. You can actually buy in quantities now.
It doesn't
speed
get
that up.
Spoilers.
My helmet's Provoca. Dead.
So Jared's kill count's up to 3 so far.
Like
it's pretty efficient.
In costs randomized. 8 GP. Yeah, we'll do that to save the game. Well, let's go. We'll go defeat Garlands.
No open progression.
They
Interesting.
did change up the encounter tables a bit.
I don't
It's
know.
not like...
Did you change the encounter tables a bit? We got that shuffle
go.
encounter rarity.
Oh, a bunch of imps. We can handle imps.
Alright, so we got funny
Yes.
palettes.
We can also just freeze the crap out of them. Poob! Maybe you should do all the work. 2 damage.
So, while I can respect the idea that imps are trash and we need to save Ice 3 for things, in order to finish first you have to finish, and if these imps had anything, we would be a crater right now. So, if we're really looking at taking an imp fight, it's always better to do it right around Canaria. Take the imps, blow through whatever your level 1 magic charges are, go back to the inn and save. The levels you get out of that, and if this tracker is to be believed, we're at 3x plus 300 experience, which is pretty high up there. Then the next time you leave Canaria, instead of having 2 magic charges, you'll have like 4 or 5 magic charges.
Almost there. 3 damage on that one imp. See, we're getting them. Do it, Poob. I hope they're worth a lot of money. Now, they did do a thing where, there we go. Yeah, combat's also just faster in general. They did make it so that, you get, like, experience in gold rewards the farther into the game you are. So as you're picking up, as they call, key items...
oh, cool, so we got key item scaling.
Like, additional experience points. So, the key items being stuff like the crown, the ruby, the progression rewards, which I've got the tracker directly below me, and I will try my best to update
That split punch tracker is a
go.
good tracker. It kind of doesn't work as well as it used to, but
They
it
changed all the
still
imp colors,
does what it's supposed to do.
Monsters Perish. Yeah, 7 experience points, 28 GP. Well, it's not great for GP.
That seems real low. That's not 3x plus
We do have
300.
Ice 3. Can I just go in?
Let's consider what that scaling is. Is that scaled? That might not be scaled at all. 28 GP out of imps. There's no flat bonus. That might be vanilla scaling. That might be vanilla scaling, but with key item bonuses, which is pretty interesting.
In there and just murder.
That's going to affect a lot of decisions.
Let me just do that. The treasure chests are also randomized. Key item locations are also randomized. But we're gonna start off just pretty normal.
He's using 3.2, so
other than the fact that
he should have had access to
but
loose
also,
items, bunk locations, etc.
I don't know. Might be slightly better because Poop got like good stuff right away. Let's tent up here. Save the game.
Good choice. That's the safety play, is tenting right outside the Temple of Fiends.
Unlock treasure chests right away. Oh, it's a... Oh, the Great Imp is now red. That's fine.
That's an imp-looking Grimp. Slightly scaled imps are 6 experience, 6 gold base, so 6 times 4 would have been...
GP, okay.
Okay, yeah, so it's probably like 1.5x or something.
Aha! I dodged! Also, they did fix the run mechanic. Or the run bug, I should say.
We sure did.
Oh, we leveled up! Oh, it doesn't show the level up stats. Oh, that's fine. I think they may have made those less random. I might be wrong.
They're still just as random. We just don't show them anymore because it was a thing that took time that we just want to get out of the way. Min-maxing your levels for stats is not really a thing in the randomizer because the time you spend attempting to min-max is always like vastly overshadowed. But like, say you're min-maxing for damage, like I need more strength to get this character. Any time you spend resetting and attempting to min-max your strength is immediately paved over like tenfold with a temper cast. Like, you just cast the temper in combat. That's like a 5-second thing versus taking minutes trying to like min-max your strength. Hit points to the same extent is just like whatever. If you really need another level to like survive nukes or whatever, just go get another level.
They changed the run bug, so now my luck for running actually matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I am actually better at helping run away.
The thief is super good. The black mage is also pretty good.
Okay. In the treasure box, you found 1,648 GP. That's great. Uh-oh.
That's luck,
Grimps. I might need to actually run back to town.
You might need to cast Ice 3.
Many dudes. Is this a, there's enough of them. I think we just need to blast them with Jeef. Brink! 232 damage. You know what? Maybe I don't need to go to town. Maybe we just walk in there and Jeef just goes pew, and he dies. That's a level 1
don't forget
spell,
you need to
way.
kill Garland.
He's going to be casting that all the time.
If the attack roll on Ice 3 rolls down and Garland ends up taking sub 100 damage, you could be in the shitter.
Get the other thing first. Whoa. Mini spiders. I'm gonna run only because I only have one more ice. Oh.
So, let's talk about decision making. He went into this saying, "I'm going to run because there's a billion spiders and they're going to destroy me," and he is correct. However, when the party actions are fight, run, fight, fight, no. If you're going to commit to running, because any time you spend fighting things is not only time not spent running, because while that thief is like 60-70% chance to run, that's 60-70% chance to run. That's not 80 or 90 or 100%. So if the thief happens to fail, we need to bank on someone else running. At least that black mage. This is like the 40, 45, 50% mark. Yeah, sure, the fighter and the white mage are probably down around like the 20% mark, but so in the meantime, we're just going to get hit in the face a lot, and we're just going to pin all our hopes on one thing running. Don't do that.
He is dead. Oh god, 13 damage to Poop? Ooh, yeah, this actually might be a run situation. Jard, you wanna?
Better to be lucky than
Fine,
good.
we'll go back to town and get him back. But first, I want to get the. I found the bridge. Well, I technically don't even need to beat Garland because I can just go across the bridge. That's cool. We're going back to town. I just got 15,000 GP. I don't want Ian to lose out on experience points.
So, there's a saying that I like to repeat. The only way out is through. And yes, technically we could run back to town, but we're in Temple of Fiends, and we got a Garland right there. But more importantly, we got a Princess Sarah teleport back to Canaria right there. Based on the stats of things, I have to assume that things are not scaled that ridiculously. So, just go blow up a Garland. We got it. We even got an extra tent. Just use a tent first, and then go blow up a Garland.
What's the fastest way out of here?
This feels like 1.0 encounter rate. That'll influence some things as well.
Controller's having problems staying connected. You can do it. I believe in you.
Controller issues.
Unless your battery's dying.
Everyone has them. Battery.
See if that helps. Leave?
Nah.
Go, go, go!
Hmm.
This is very important.
This is the coward's
Go
way out.
back so we can save Ian. No, don't.
One thing to make sure about is that you're utilizing all the resources you have when doing things. For example, we know that we're running back to town. We've announced it. We've got no resources left. We're down a party member. Blah blah blah. So we've got one Ice 3 charge left, and we're steps from Canaria. I see Imps. I see blast out an Ice 3 charge, get a little bit more experience, get a little bit more cash. We'll be fine. Oh, joke's on you, bot. I'm actually around to like hit buttons and shit. Do. Ian? Oops. Nah, that's not what we wanted. Okay. Chat menu, please. There we go. I'm OBS looking fine.
Almost there. The bridge is there. Okay. Oh, this is random cost for this.
It is.
It is. Ian, you were worth exactly 6 GP. Congratulations. But I'm still rich. Let's buy all the things. What do I buy first?
So, what do I buy first is actually kind of a fascinating question, and it depends kind of on not only what's available, but like what we're doing. So, there's two obvious answers for kind of what we're looking to buy. That Ice plus 4 sword on that fighter is going to solve so many early game problems. Thing number 2, I still don't know if we have scripts shuffled or not. Hi, Gregory. But Pro Rings. The Pro Rings might be -2, but Death Protection is still Death Protection. So if we load up on Pro Rings, yay.
I have 17,000 GP. I can just buy an Ice brand plus 4.
You sure could. And then we did.
Options?
Oh, we're checking options. All right. Okay,
Oh, God,
so the Pro Ring -2s are pretty really expensive.
Okay, so maybe not the armor. Let's grab Ian a couple spells.
How about Harm 4?
Harm 4. And Fog 2. And I think Anti-Lightning actually works in this.
Ooh, okay. So let's take a look at some things real quick. Let's take a look at so let's start with Harm 2. Just nah. We've got Harm 4 sitting right there. We got Anti-Lightning. No. See, like, he is correct. Anti-Lightning works. However, by the time you see that you need it, unless scripts are not shuffled. If scripts are not shuffled, but even then, like, we have to know ahead of time, like, the knowledge that is required to properly leverage Alit could be better spent just killing the dang thing, right? Because I don't want to have to like keep track of like what spell we are in the list, what skill we are in the list to figure out, okay, we're one skill or we're one spell away from this. It's time for the anti-lightning round. No, just if you want anything, get wall. If you want anything, get ribbons. An anti-lightning turn can almost always be better spent doing a multitude of other things. Harm 4. Yeah. Oops. Harm 4. Yes. Harm 4 is dollar store Fade, and Fade is dollar store nuke. So by the transitive property of commerce, Harm 4 is the worst possible form of nuke. But it's still a form of nuke. So take it. And then just destroy any undead you find with it. Fog 2, nah. Fog 2, nah. So Fog has a place. Sort of. I've always been a big believer that if you're gonna set yourself up for avoiding melee in the late game, do you, like, if anything rolls up on strength, you're just gonna have to keep casting Fog over and over and over and over and over. And yes, it will help with crits, but just take Invis. 5 to 6 stacks of Invis, and you never have to worry about melee ever again. Doesn't matter how high they rolled on strength. Doesn't matter what they're rolling here or there. Doesn't matter what their accuracy is. 5 to 6 casts of Invis, boom, done. Don't care about melee anymore. Yes, it's on a level with nothing else, so I mean, it's a maybe. All right, fine. Well, all right, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and put a question mark there. But like, nah. Oh.
This version, so we'll grab that as well. Cool. And I still got room for one more spell for Jeef. So we'll try stun. See if that does anything.
Stun does do something. Like, stun does things. But this is another one of those fiddly technical spells in that stun is a power word spell. So rather than like all the other magic spells that rely on like MDef and like rolling to hit and all that stuff, stun asks 2 simple questions. Number 1, do you have 300 hit points or less? If so, move on to step 2. Step 2, does the target resist status magic? If the answer to that is no, congratulations, you've stunned the target. If it resists stun magic, stun will never work. If it's over 300 health, stun will never work. I really don't. So maybe it'll work for the carry fight. It could maybe work for the carry fight, considering all we're rocking right now is ice and ice 3. But like, I'd rather wait to see other magic levels. And disagree with Demon Frog. No, we're not Fog 2ing with a level 1 White Mage. Shouldn't have brought a White Mage in the first place.
Though, right? So Ice Brand +4 for Poob?
Yep.
Let's try some experiments here.
Yep. Yep.
Hell yeah, okay. There we go. Poob is a damage of 47 now. I've got a damage of 20. Looking way better. You guys won't have any... The spellcasters won't have any spells for a while, but you know what? Or any weapons, but...
They don't need weapons. You get a Black Mage with level 1 Ice 3. What the heck do we want weapons for?
I want to buy a really crappy knife for Jeef, which I don't. I'm going to hold on my gold just in case the next town has
no
more
memes.
expensive
We're
stuff.
not going over meme strats here.
Rest up and save. Alright, let's go back and just...
This is educational, a war tie and everything for this shit.
Bridge? So then what does Garland have?
It's an excellent question. What does Garland have?
Don't worry. This also be like a half low-level speed run. Hey, man. Ah! You impertinent fools, I, Garland, will knock you all down! Yeah, I got something to show you. It's Jeef. Woo! He calls the chief right away. He knows what's up. 2 hits from Peep. Poop's already doing 2 damage. Oh, we need a chief spell. Poop and Jard did it.
Yeah, it turns out Garland's really weak. We
so
could just roll them
Garland
over.
Is now knocked down. Updated.
He's at message speed 3.
Thank you, Light
Which,
Warriors.
whatever, he's doing a YouTube channel.
Right,
People gotta
so
read
what
the
do you
stuff
get?
on the screen.
Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, please take this. You received a rapier +1. Okay. I think I could have used that on the way to save the princess, but alright. This heirloom has been passed down from queen to princess for 2,000 years. Please take it. It's a canal. Alright. I now have the canal. Is that on the list at all?
It sure is. It's
No.
right over... Wait, is it?
I mean, I can't do anything with the canal until I have the ship. There are a couple treasures I can get in here, though.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. I belong to the Honor Guard class of Chimera, and now you don't exist. Oh, nope, he stayed.
Why do some NPCs stay and some NPCs not stay? The way NPC Guillotine works is if an NPC has more than one set of dialogue, talking to them stays. For example, some of these guards in the castle say one thing before you rescue the princess and one thing after you rescue the princess. Therefore, NPC Guillotine doesn't work on them.
Just kidding. Thank you for bringing the princess. Oh, they fixed the invisible person. Now you can see her. Alright, let's go grab some of the castle treasures, because they actually might be worth it. Oops.
Bro, you don't have a key.
Or are these all locked? Nope, they're still locked.
Bro, you don't have a key.
Am I thinking of a different castle? I think I might be. Yeah, alright. Well,
No, they're all locked.
I guess,
Bro, you forgot to
moving
save.
on then.
So, we are in the process of operating in Oops. We saved the princess, hooray. We got our 2,000-year-old canal, hooray. And now we're heading off to adventure. Slight issue, we didn't save and we're heading into an unknown territory with unknown enemies. And we still haven't verified whether or not scripts are shuffled yet. So, if scripts are not shuffled, I can see this. Like, this is okay, sure, fine, whatever. But if scripts are shuffled, this is an oopsie-doopsie.
And go check with Matoya. Final Fantasy Randomizer. Oh, there we go.
Hey, stream time, 36-minute bridge boss. We did it.
Shouts to all of these guys who have been developing it. I had a lot of people ask me if I would do the Final Fantasy IV
Hooray!
free enterprise mode, where it's like you literally start off with the airship. You can go anywhere, and like the classes or the party members are completely random and all
Oi,
that.
Demon Frog! No spoilers!
To be perfectly honest, I don't know Final Fantasy IV so well that I would feel that confident doing a randomizer.
Yeah, Final Fantasy IV free
Maybe
enterprise is not
someday.
my bag either. I love it for what it
I feel like it might
does,
work
it's
better
just not
for
my speed.
streams since I might truck with it. Oh, I forgot to equip my rapier.
Until you gonna put the
I
rapier
don't
on.
think a rapier is better than the falchion. Well, maybe.
No, it's not.
I'll have to find out. Go punch him! Do it, guys!
Well, this marriage melee sure is going places.
Thanks, you guys are helping. Good job. Poop is level 2 and already doing multiple hits with his blades. That's ridiculous.
Alright, spoilers! Jesus Christ, y'all with the spoilers in the chat, what the shit?
The original game, I'm like so cool with it. Alright, so right now my damage is 20. If I switch to rapier, damage 14. Yeah, the rapier is worse. That's what I thought. And I'm
'Cause,
pretty sure you guys cannot.
One thing that you can kind of measure for whether or not a weapon is worse
all.
is where it is in vanilla. Rapier's in the first town, Falchion is in Melmond, I believe.
Yeah.
So
well,
that
you guys are gonna hold
yeah.
on to it because we're gonna sell it for fat coin. Oh, mad ponies!
Ease pony time.
Kill them! Dead. Now
Why are we
me.
punching ponies?
Oh, 16 damage to Ian. I mean, they're still super vulnerable right now. Like, even though Pooh and Jard can do a lot of damage, the spellcasters are literally even Jard is like unarmored. So anything that hits him is going to hit hard. We're already going into what would normally be like a level 5 to 9 area in the original game. Alright, some level ups could help.
Level 3 is not going to help
You're gonna
significantly.
keep mini hit points.
Yeah, mages no get hit points early. Like, there's the big
Hey.
level, the big
Matoya.
levels, and then there's everything else.
Hello.
Hi,
Where's my
Matoya.
crystal? Okay, so you do still need the crystal.
Yep.
Excalibur +1?
Hey, we got an Excalibur.
A tent and a heal.
Thank you, Dark Moon. Yes,
I
that is
can't
in fact math.
I'm gonna have to
Nope.
carry this forever.
You gotta
It's
be
one of the
class
best weapons in the
promoted.
game. I can't do it until I class change into a knight.
Mm-hmm. But hey, when you class change into that knight, it's gonna be a weapon.
But I don't want to ever get rid of it for inventory space. So
I do not ever remember seeing this encounter. So now I'm starting to wonder if we are no. The Horde of Spiders. I don't remember. I think that can appear in TOF. Hyenas. This is a slot 8 encounter, or we've got some encounter shuffling.
I guess we're
afoot.
just gonna hold on to Excalibur forever. Poob is just gonna duct tape that to his back and say, one day when I'm old enough, I will use this. When he can, though, it's gonna be great. Whoa, Poop, that was only one hit? Excuse me?
Yeah, no spiders can
Oh.
appear in a group. I just don't know how many. It's this encounter.
Also,
This encounter
hyenas
right
never appear
here,
over in this area.
unless it's slot 8.
Someone kill it!
Unless it's slot 8, because
Thank you, critical hit.
1 to 2 hyenas is a
Jesus.
weird ass encounter.
Yeah, there we go. Is another level up right away? Yeah! I feel like I should go back to the town just to,
Just to save. Okay,
Tiger!
so now so that confirms it. We are on either
Don't even want to mess around.
randomized tables or we're on shuffle
That's what I
tables.
thought. Did 100 damage to him. He lived.
Hang on, hold it. What were our round actions?
Grr.
Okay, we did cast
Don't
Ice
wanna mess
3.
around.
All right, yeah. So we tried.
Yep, that's
We
what
were
I thought.
punished for our sins.
Did 100 damage to him. He lived. Okay. I think keeping the party
Use your tents,
full of
bruh.
experience points might be a little difficult this time around. Sorry, Jeef.
He brings up something that he brings it up kind of in joke passing, but it is really one of the things that I think newer players have the hardest time breaking is the idea that all party members must be the same level. And I don't know when it changes, but there's a point where you watch some higher level competitive runners and you see actually that the idea completely flips on its head that no, in fact, we must have some runners or we must have some characters that are way higher levels than everything else. Could it be base enemizer, create new groups enemizer?
Okay.
Yes,
6 wolves. They
because
actually aren't
that
bad.
encounter is not a real encounter. Therefore,
wanna
we
go
are
right here.
on base enemizer.
Oh, charge down on 27. Chance to strike first. See ya later. See, we're back. Nope. No problem.
So,
One of the
Ooh.
options I did turn on
Hmm?
for convenience sake is that if I were to die and get a game over, my progress is not lost.
Chadbert!
Takes me back to where
Dang it, Chadbert.
where the river less saved or something like that. But I keep all my goal and experience points and things I've done. That way I don't need to like repeat a lot of the game over and over again.
I have not played a lot with Dragon Warrior
So I
mode
did
myself.
turn that on because I did feel that that was going to be helpful. Okay, Ian can already cast level 3 magic. This is insane.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to
Those are pirate
Elfland yet,
fighters.
so
She's
nobody
just gonna do it all
cares.
day.
Yeah, so some sort of Dargon warrior type
No.
thing, like a
There you
mode.
go, Jard. All right, we're gonna make a. Well, maybe I should kill him since Chief was lacking experience. No, they're regular imps. Who cares?
Killing them is a good
Who cares about
idea,
regular imps?
but you need to kill them in one round. Like, just Ice 3 them and move on. Also, due to our scaling, like the imps, yeah, we got 7 experience and we got like 28
2
gold.
damage from Ian with a punch.
If we just had
I
a couple
actually have the
steps
loot
that away,
in
we
my
find like hyenas and tigers and shit
I think I actually may have.
that's worth like a couple hundred experience and a couple hundred gold. That's where we should be putting the effort rather than imps. Imps is fine from like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or
Tracker.
1 to whenever you stop getting levels every encounter, which ended long, long ago.
Items? Yeah, I've got the loot. I'll mark that off. There we go.
So he started with the loot. That tells me he has picked Short Topher. Yeah. Short Topher, wee. What kind of drunk ass routing is this?
Okay, these are spiders, not arachnids. So they hurt hard, but they can't poison.
Point of contention, with 15k opening chests, he should have a lot more save items and heals. He should have gone
to get the chance.
for save items and heals, sure, but we did dump a lot of money on an ice sword. And we're casting Fog 2
this
and
actually like works properly, so
we're casting Fog 2 in a trash encounter.
it'll
Yeah, sure, the spiders hit for a
actually do the
bazillion, but
damage that the
like
spiders can do to us.
nah.
Not that matters, they're dead.
He didn't turn on multi-instrumentalist unsubscribed. Hey, look, I didn't make the video, I'm just reacting to it.
Down here, there we go.
Alright, time for what we assume to be Provoca, and it is, so I'm going to assume that Town Shuffle's not on.
Yep, we know. I'll help you in a second.
So, this is an interesting divergence that I want to highlight real quick. We enter Provoca, and you can go one of 2 directions. You go right to the magic shops and the magic everything, or you go left and blow up some pirates. If Unsafe Pirates is on, always, at the very least, save, probably after a magic shop check. If Unsafe Pirates is not on, and you got Ice 3, just blow them up. And then you'll get a key item, you'll get gold from the pirates that you can use to purchase armor or items, or even afford stuff in the magic shop if we're running low on cash. That's really basically what the thing is. Like, if Unsafe Pirates, do shopping save first. If not Unsafe Pirates, pirates first.
It's really important I check these. Alright, so what's your level 2 magic? Fire 3, Zap, Lock 2,
Ooh.
and Temper.
That's a crowded level.
Well, Fire 3 is a must, and Zap is an instant kill spell, one of many.
Instant kill spells and a primer. Zap is a great option when you don't have options. We've already got Ice 3 and we're about to have Fire 3, so I'm looking at Zap as being largely irrelevant. Except for the fact that we've got Basic Enemizer on. Basic Enemizer kind of tips the rules on its head. If we start running into like golems and shit, suddenly Zap starts to look a lot more appealing. We have a black mage, so we don't need to worry about balancing white magic, and nothing looks scaled or anything, so I'd probably ditch Lock and go with Fire 3, Temper, and I guess Zap.
Lock 2 makes it so you can't miss, but I think Temper just increases your damage overall. Let's get Fire 3. Jeef just already has like some of the best spells in the game. What do you got for weapons? Coral Sword, Dragon Sword,
Cat Claw +5, hype!
Cat Claws +5, and the Giant Sword +5.
Don't actually buy the Cat Claw +5. We got an X-Cal. We'll probably find something better later on for the Thief.
There might be a big maybe on the Thief being able to use the Dragon Sword. Cure 4! Boom! Alright, we good. Oh yeah, what else can we get?
Fade?
Fire.
Fade?
And... Mute, sure.
Whew. Let's review what just happened. So we've got this spell shop. Based on the fact that we're picking up Cure 4, that's telling me that keep permissions is not on. That's kind of telegraphing really hard that keep permissions is not on, because I'm pretty sure white mages can't learn Cure 4. We bypassed Fade to get Aether and Mute. We bypassed Dollar Store Nuke that turns that white mage from a useless lump of brick into a sub-black mage. And we did it for Aether, which is bad, and Mute, which is desperation strats. We bypassed surefire damage for desperation strats.
Anti-fire and Mute, sure.
Also, we filled the whole spell list. We filled our entire level 2, so we cannot go back later to get Fade, even if we're under the impression that we did need some sort of class change for it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Need of, armor, though. What you got for armor?
Oh. Blurst was not kind to the armor here. Let's talk about Blurst and armor real quick, because I feel like this is going to be strangely relevant. So we talked about weapons earlier. Let's discuss armor. For everything that's not chest armor, so like the shield or the gauntlet, each plus or minus change is plus or minus 1 absorb. And yes, there is an evade change. It is a number. I don't believe it's relevant. Even if you're wearing all minus gear, all that gets changed by a single invis cast, and you're already capped at 6 anyway. So don't care about evade. But the absorb on chest armor, that's a difference of 2 absorb per point rather than 1 absorb per point. So the gold minus 5, ordinarily 24 absorb, is now 14 absorb. That's worse than chain armor. Ooh, and the opal minus 4, that's... what is opal armor again? It's like 46, I think. That's down around 36. So the opal minus 4 is down around fire or ice armor territory without the absorb. So it's basically twice the price for steel armor. Hey.
Oh my god. Well, cloth minus 1 for 2 GP. You know what? It's better than nothing.
Is it though?
Actually, is it?
No, it's not.
1? I think I actually might make their absorb completely the same. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
A noble shield minus 1. Gold bracelet minus 5. Well, let's get Pooh of the shield.
Hey, but we can't.
And
opal shields are only available after class change. Cloth minus
with holes in it.
Cloth minus 1 is going to be
welcome.
The same absorb with an evade penalty.
Oh, you can't even use that yet. I'm a fool.
Hey, this is how we learn.
Use it. Right. So with your cloths on, your absorbs now exactly 1.
Oh, is there a minimum absorb on those? Maybe there is. All right.
We need to sell some of that stuff.
Rule of thumb, though: never buy cloth armor. Almost never buy copper bracelets either, because a copper bracelet is basically wooden armor. When you buy it as wooden armor, that's like 50 gold. When you buy it as a copper bracelet, for whatever reason, it's marked up to like 800. It's a racket. Don't go for it.
Ugh. That sucks. Any good items? Cabin. The tail?
Alright. We fixed that problem.
It? The tail is needed for the class change item when you meet Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
Dude just selling it here for 27,000. I need to write this down.
Yeah, I'd write that down too. We're going to come back for that.
Pavroka tail.
Alright, cloth armor, if it's plus 6, go for it, but like...
I got my notes to check it. Alright, let's just nuke the pirates and go home. I'm Mickey the pirate! Mini dudes.
Hey, those don't look like pirate lords at all.
And done.
Wait, this isn't my D&D game.
Yeah, keep trying. Just give Jeef a second. You're just charging up. He's still charging. Blah! Dead. All of them are gonna die. It's over.
Yeah, fun fact, pirate base health is 5, and Ice 3 minimum
Just gonna take a
damage
second
is
to be like, oh yeah, they dead.
60,
They dead.
70? Somewhere in there.
270.
Yeah, look, this is
Guys
for
are
people who
like
don't play
two.
FFR. They gotta read the numbers. No one wants to pause a YouTube video every 3.5
Alright, done.
frames to figure out, like, what was that number again? I'm gonna give him a pass on response rate 3.
Yeah, I mean, take this. Receive the ship. Okay.
So let's review incentives real quick, because this is telling me something already about what we did for like incentivizing stuff. King gave us garbage. Princess and Bicky gave us stuff. So main NPCs are probably incentivized, but the fact we had a bogus king tells me that we've got more locations than items.
So ship is still normal. Mark that off. What's up, Mordecai? Ships can stop at only airports. Yep. Which means I can then go straight down to Elfland.
Yep.
If I'm feeling extra ballsy, I can go to the Peninsula of Power.
Oh, a pop grind for a tail. Look at us, Mr. Experienced. Also, don't do that. Just come. Like, we can't do anything with the tail until we have the airship. So just come back when we have the airship, buy the tail, and then do the class change.
There we go. Look how
The
fast
scaling
I'm
is
progressing.
not enough
This
for
is
the time that we're going to
ridiculous.
spend on a pop grind.
Um,
Bridge was loose, which is interesting. The bridge, I believe, is
Bridge in
always
Shadows?
loose. So, at first I thought we had Enemizer. I feel like we have Enemizer, but Wraiths and Shadows is sea creatures. No, because the Shadows are equivalent to Marsh Cave, and Marsh Cave is kind of equivalent to what's on the sea. The Wraith is the Monkey Wrench.
Harm 4, get fucked. You guys aren't supposed to be out in the water.
It's true.
They can paralyze.
That is the correct answer to this encounter. Harm 4, get fucked.
Like that. Oh, 69 damage to Jeef. Nice.
Do we
I was
have
stunned too.
shuffle touch
Harm 4.
attacks, or do we have randomized
dead.
touch attacks?
Get wrecked.
Or do Wraiths have stun touch naturally? I don't think they do.
Man, Jeef's having a bad day. That's some gold. Jeef leveled up.
Chief can cast level 5 magic. Hey idiot, you're leaving port with your 1 health mage, and there's like an inn right there. What are you doing? Alright.
Red Sahags, but they look so blue.
It's a lot of red
Cure
sahags.
4, Jeef. Ice 3.
Ice 3 is the correct option here because they will resist
Yeah,
fire.
they resist fire, not ice.
Correct. They're not weak to ice, but they don't resist it either.
Oh no. I'll still get it. Killed it. There we go. Oh yeah. Maybe this won't even be that long of a series. Because we're already just killing everything. Which I'm okay with.
We're 29 minutes in, and we
Yeah, got
haven't
some Poob level
got to
ups,
Elfland
some
yet.
Jard level up, some Ian level ups.
Yeah, we're on pace for like 4 hours. I don't know.
Need to cure for Jeef.
Remembering to cure 4th. That's good.
Oh, I had the canal right away. That means I don't even have to go to the Elf City. I can actually go to like city number 4 or 5 or whatever it is.
This is an interesting time to talk about route divergence. Let's talk. So he's making the point that he's sailing from Pravoka, and if all you know is vanilla, you know you go from Pravoka straight to Elfland, but we've already got the canal, and he's making the point of, hey, we could just go. We could just hit like Melmond or Crescent or whatever. And there's something interesting to that in that the routing to go from like, so let me try and do a visual aid. But if we're like here, and we've got a town like here, and then way over here, and then way over here, like routing down to here, and then up and over to here, and then over to there is kind of longer than if you were just straight shot and then go to here and then go around the world a bit to get to here. Like the time that you spend or the time that you save like routing more efficiently, because Elfland has a southern dock and no one ever uses the southern dock in Elfland, but I really like hit Melman first, see what's at the store, see if I give a shit, and then hit Elfland with some of the money that I might have picked up along the way from sea encounters, and then we hit Crescent, get our incentive item, reevaluate our status from there.
Damn. I don't feel like I should do that because I might just confuse myself.
It is a difficult kind of way to break out of vanilla routing,
Yeah,
but
maybe
it's still. I mean, I recommend it.
Otherwise, I'll get confused.
But also, we don't know if anything's in Marsh Cave or not.
Oh,
but even if
Jeep's
something
leveled up.
is,
There
like,
we go. See, we're gonna be okay.
think Leonard's Topher with this party at
What
level
stuff
50
you
at this
got?
rate. Not with this scaling.
Weapons.
Yeah, what do we got?
Power staff +3, the rune sword +4,
Hey!
and the wear sword.
That's a thief weapon.
Can't even use these. The black mage cannot wield the power staff. It is.
Nah, the thief can use a rune +4.
too powerful.
We can go nuts with
Level
that.
3 spells, though, right?
What do we got?
Confusion, stop. Quadruple X, and nuke.
My nuke.
Yeah, we might.
Nuke is the nuke of nukes. Doesn't matter what exists anywhere else. You just go get it. And Quad X is the Quad X of stuns, in that it's like stun, in that it's a power word, but it asks the two questions. Number one, are you at 300 health or less? Number two, do you resist death? If the answers work out favorably to both of those, then they just die. And as it turns out, a lot of fiends are not resistant to death.
I could Jeef nuke. That could be good. I want to check the.
Can't buy
other
nukes, has to
spells.
see if he can go get A-Ice instead.
Heal, fog, fear, and anti-rub.
Yeah, that's a garbage level.
Oh, we do have an Astos fight coming up, so anti-rub might be good.
That tells me he left vanilla scripts on.
Don't really need fog when I got fog too. So
That's
probably
true.
Anti-rub, fear, and heal.
So this is another thing that I want to point out. I feel like with this white mage, we've committed ourselves to the idea that we need to pack every level all the way full. When actually, more often than not, you can just get away with getting like 1 or 2 spells per level. Or sometimes no spells in a level. Like if everything in a level is garbage, like if a level is like, say for example, heal, fog, fear, and Arab, you don't have to get any of those. Heal is the amount of hit points that heal heals is real low, and fog, we've already got fog 2. Like we're not going to do anything with a single target fog, just fog 2. Fear is unbelievably fiddly and kind of really only works with expert strats. Arub, I have heard persuasive arguments for Arub, but I do not buy into any of them myself, because any problem that Arub could solve is also solved by ribbons and wall, right? Question in chat, why use Arub when you can get a pro ring? Because Arub also guards against earth. So Arub will protect against crack. That is the only reason. Which is why I don't really buy into the strategy of using it.
I mean, the heal won't be that efficient because it heals the whole party, but doesn't restore that many hit points.
No, it's like single digit. Throw that
It's
shit in the
harder than
garbage.
anything else. Glove +4 is in a silver shield -3. Okay.
Glove +4.
Right, those we can wield.
And the silver shield
Who
-3
gets
is
a shield? A crappy shield, and the rest of us get gloves.
Yeah, glove +4. That's pretty big. I'd endorse that.
They're +4s already, so.
That basically makes them shit iron gauntlets.
All I have are gloves. Alright. Poob, absorb 11. Jarred, absorb 5, 6, and 6. Right now, the magic caster is actually better tanks than I am because they can absorb more.
I mean, it's a difference of
There it
1.
goes. The prince must awake soon.
Alright, we gotta check out level 4
What are your
magic.
level 4 spells like? Lightning 3, Ice 2, Hold, and Blind.
Lightning 3
I
seems
want
good.
Lightning 3. Oh, Heal 3. Exit. Regular ass cure and anti-mute. I am not spending 4,000 GP for regular cure.
Progress.
I know a bad deal when I see one. But can I see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Is it because they paid $3 grand for an Amute? He said skip paid. Yeah. Yeah, buy nuke.
Buy nuke.
So, Quad X is a level 8 spell. Black mages with keep permissions on cannot learn level 8 spells. We can learn Quad X, therefore, we can learn nuke. Even if you're unsure, like let's say for example, I am dirtling around and I see things and I'm confused about what flags do what, or I don't remember what flags do what. A good habit to get in is if you're unsure about something, try and do it anyway. Try buying nuke. If it tells you, sorry, you can't learn that, then okay, alright, keep permissions must have been on. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. We just bought Quad X, and we bought Tier 4 earlier, keep permissions aren't on.
Oh, sorry, that was quadruple X. I bought the wrong one. I meant to buy nuke.
Okay.
Sorry. There you go, buddy.
I mean, I can make complaints
well.
about So, one slight thing is that one thing I encourage people to do is to order their spells. And what do I mean by that? I mean a system by which you can kind of unconsciously just know where things are. For instance, if you group things by like the AoE is going to be first, and then the instant kills whatever are going to be second, and then the buff spells are going to be third. When I'm in the middle of an encounter, I can just be like, my level 3, so nuke was level 3, magic, down, down, enter. I don't even have to look or read or anything because I already know that that was nuke, because that's where I put nuke, because it's the AoE, it goes in the first slot. And, you know, I've done 500 damage to Kraken 2, I need to quad exit. Magic, down, down, right, enter. I don't even need to think about it. I know that Quad X was there because it's not an AoE, but it's definitely level 3. That's in the second slot. I just know it. It's one of those things that can really help speed up combat and speed up menuing in combat.
Jeef can nuke now. Just low key.
What are we doing here? Why are we looking at that?
I guess heal and anti-rub. From there, we can go.
Well,
again, I can go to the next town.
Half out of 2 ain't bad.
Does the sleeping prince still need the herb to wake up?
Alright, so we don't have Dr.
And
Shuffle.
The herb can wake him. Alright, that's good. That does help. I get the herb from Matoya, but I need a crystal first. Alright.
Go to the inn.
You know what? Let's call the first episode here. Look how freaking far. Already gosh dang got.
You didn't go to the inn.
I'm already in level.
Alright, so we didn't go to the inn, and I'm going to try to get through my day without just like making that a verbal tick of sorts. But all in all, I give it, for someone new to the randomizer, I give it a B+ for adventureness in terms of picking flags, because picking Atomizer was just like bold strategy cotton, and then and you know things are going pretty really good. There's just a couple things that like traps that newer runners might find themselves falling into, because like without keep permissions on, whether or not a caster can learn something is based entirely on what slot of what shop it's in, and not what level it used to be in vanilla. That's one of the hardest things to kind of reorient your brain around, is that like he might have been under the impression earlier that like, oh, nuke was or sorry, fade was like you can't learn it because there's the thingy. Well, no, because it's a level 2 spell, and white mages can just learn all the level 2 spells. It's fine. It gets a little more complicated with like red mages and some of their like post promotion slots, but yeah. I had a ball with this. I did not anticipate it taking an hour and 10 minutes to create a 30-minute video. So I'm going to call the stream here. And I am definitely going to do another one of these soon. I don't think I'm going to overtake his pace. But I would like to finish out his series because I already feel like there's a lot of interesting things to mine out of this. So, for those of you in chat, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.